In ancient Africa, it was said that the androgynous amongst the communities were closest to God. It was known and honored that they existed on the cusp of the feminine and masculine polarities. Isedi, Takhalang, Ndawo, Ashe, Ndatoboza. We call on to the ancestors of the waters, the rivers and the seas. We greet the ancestors of the forests, the jungles and the caves. We call on to all four directions. We call on to the north, the east, the great south, and the west. We acknowledge the spirit of the birds, the spirit of the mountain shrines, the spirit of the great cats. We acknowledge the rock nation and the great ecosystem. We call on to the First Nations of the world and acknowledge the First Nations of Azania, Kolanisana, Nkoi, Abengu, Abantu, Abatwa. We call on the Maasai, the Shona, Batswana. We honor those unnamed and we embrace each person who may feel lost or excluded by their culture. We salute your timeless and indigenous heart. We speak to the core of who you are. This is a prayer into the liminal spaces, the liminality of timelessness, of primordial identity. It is a prayer for those who have been violated, who live in fear, who carry shame and guilt for the ways in which the Great Spirit has formed them, we, us. We ask ourselves, what does it mean to be whole in a time of violence, great suffering, pain, and confusion? This is a chanting for our grief, for our sorrow. This is for us. A prayer that speaks to the pain that is stuck within the body. And knowing that the body is designed to remember, this prayer is petitioning for courage, for grace and divine providence, that we may have the courage to hear, touch, and soothe what is unhealed in us, what has gone unheard, what is the truth and essence of who we are, beyond what we've been told to be, beyond what we've been conditioned into believing is acceptable. What we have been told is holy and righteous. Siyatandaza. We ask that the parts that are sore, the parts of us that ache to remember, that ache to be safe in this world and within our bodies as well, the ones that are longing for belonging, for worthiness. This prayer is for you. This prayer is acknowledging that which is hidden, that which you only know, and hold a secret within your soul and your heart. Take a deep breath into the womb space. Long and slow. The womb is the emotional mind, the primordial brain, the original voice. And whether you have a physical womb or not, we all have an energetic womb. The womb is the portal to other realms and dimensions, and the voice of life itself. This is the region of our fundamental nature. We need the womb to step into the divine masculine, the masculine that resides within each and every one of us. In that feminine center, the womb space, feminine principle, is what brings the yin and yang within ourselves into balance, so that we can begin to retrace safety within our voices and within our own bodies. And so that we can begin to resurrect ourselves, because through the resurrection of the womb comes the resurrection of us, of the human family. We will find a new identity that is timeless, that is primordial, that is true. And we come into harmony with the activated and clear womb heart, when our womb spaces connect to the heart to support the mind and body. May we hear ourselves in our cries, and may we tend softly to our wombs and embrace our own selves. May we know our bodies to be home once more, and may we give ourselves permission to remember, to create room for ourselves to fall apart. May we reclaim the sanctity and the innocence of our bodies and of our truths and of who we really are. And may the pain that we carry from eons of violation, may we begin to dissolve this, what's hidden within our hearts. I salute each and every one of you. I honor you and yours. I lift you up in this moment and pray that you will continue finding your way back home into your soul's voice. Amango, Tatogoza, Tisana, Tatenda, Zikomo, Galeboha, Enkosi, Bayatanya.